Hi, it's Level1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox. And today I've got some fun. This is a clip from Skull fighting a random guy that we met. I shared wing missions with recently. He was an imp. We met him in Seoul. Skull met him in Seoul, and then Skull had this fight with his against his eagle, which wasn't really much of a fight. But it's funny that that eagle lasted way longer than most of the cutters that we ran into in Cubeo when we last went down there. We went to Cubeo the other week. This was at the height of the Empire undermining the Feds. The Imperials really were putting the work in and undermining so many systems that we were trying to bait them out by going down there, declaring we were down there, like literally like, woo, we're killing cutters down in Cubeo, come join us, hoping that some of the PvP orientated members of Elite Pro Squadron would get annoyed with us being down there and come to fight us, because we knew they probably wouldn't, because they would be carrying merits. And like, you know, it's very difficult to do PvP when you're sitting on 20,000, 30,000 merits. It's kind of, it's a bit of a risk when you've got hours and hours and hours of merits stacked up. The last thing you want to be doing is, you know, getting killed in PvP and losing those merits. As someone who does 10,000 merits most weeks, at least, it's yeah, you kind of go into cope mode. If you see me in my cope cutter, especially on a Wednesday, you'll know why. It's because I'm probably carrying a lot of merits. If I'm not carrying any merits, I'll be in my Cobra Mark 4 or my Clipper. Pirate ships that are likely to die, and I don't care if they don't. Yeah, it's hilarious that Skull killing this eagle took longer than any of the cutters we ran into, but we did make Ark on the Lane pleased. That opening clip was me absolutely wrecking someone. I threw this clip in because this was a guy that came into the system when we were in Cubeo, and because he isn't an imp and he's not aligned, he just got an 07 and let go. We're not here for anyone but the imps. So anyone saying that we're just mindlessly ganking here, no, this is power play. This is blockading Cubeo to stop people fortifying, and you know, we are members of Cubeo crew, so yeah, that means
Like meat's back on the menu, boys!
yeah, there's a reason why Cubeo crew are called the cannibals, and if you know the lore behind Cubeo burgers, it's quite disturbed, and the marked slaves, it's disturbed. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, this poor guy, bless him, we liked him. He definitely had moxie, and we'll give him his due. He's master ranked, probably not the most engineered, and with 3 horrible ships shooting at him, he died. You know, it was a tough one. I think Scooby's in his pirate ship cutter. I'm in a frag ramber, and yeah, Skull I think was in his crate, which is the beam and pulse one, which is both PvE and PvP kind of. But you know, we were down here on instructions from the Fed to see if we can get some meat for our Cubeo burgers, and yeah, so let's show a bit of Scooby's point of view. Yeah, I thought he was. His Scooby's in his pirate cutter. Yeah, he always uses the cutter when we're down here because you need a cutter to mass lock a cutter. It's just one of those things. It's easier to kill cutters if you've got a cutter in the wing. Now this guy actually came back after this and attacked us and launched a fighter and everything and went for it. Yeah, but he didn't really stand a chance. At this point, me and Scooby have backed off, and we're just letting Skull try to take his drives out, because we said we'd take his drives out and offer him, if he leaves system and doesn't come back, we'll let him go, because we didn't really want to kill someone twice. However, as you can see, his module reinforcement's probably stronger than his hull. So yeah, it didn't go particularly well. Yeah, I managed to kill the fighter, but that was a pain in the butt. Like, frag ramber versus fighter is like, oh, it's so annoying and little. But yeah, I've got one fixed and the rest gimbaled on this, so it's not exactly tough to hit things in a gimbal's frag ship. But yeah, and so we offered the guy the chance to leave. We told him to reboot and repair, fix his drives and leave, and sadly it didn't go well. I have since offered him a full share of wing missions, and I don't know if he believed the offer was genuine, but it is. We appreciate the moxie. We're not going to complain about the fighter launching. Fighter lag, this is not someone who would know about that. He doesn't seem like a PvP guy. If he watches this, I'd just say launching fighters against other players is frowned upon because it causes major lag. But no shame, you didn't know, so it's not a problem, not an issue. We tried our best to not kill him. His Skull watching him, and we basically said like reboot and repair and leave. However, if you didn't know, reboot and repair takes your hull and puts it back into your modules. Unfortunately, in this case, he didn't have enough hull left, so therefore he died during the reboot and repair. So like I say, I've offered him wing missions and compensation, and like I hope he takes me up on it. I'm happy to compensate this commander. So GG and fair play to him. We were down here trying to bait the other imps out and it didn't work, but we were still picking on the blue hairs because that's what we do in Cubeo Crew. That's all. Thanks for watching.